Engineer Azubuike Amadi, who is speaking to us from Malaysia. He's a scholar in Malaysia. So, Engineer, the floor is yours.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you, Mr. Ash. I don't know which is best to call you, Ash Amor or
Any
Sharpo.
of they are all my names, so anyone.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I admire how you try to spread, how you try to help people and spread it out there so get more persons aligned to it.
Yes, sir.
Actually,
So is it possible for you to turn on your camera so that they see you? Yeah, carry on, sir.
can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, I really admire what you're doing. When I see people that are proactive about things like this, uh, I try as much as possible to give you the support that I can. Yeah, so thank you once again. Then my condolence to Mr. Ashina. Yeah, I heard this information like I think 2 days ago from a scholar in France, and I was surprised he was even on the group. So my condolence to him. Okay, moving straight to this since we don't have much time. I have been working throughout this week, so I couldn't prepare a slide. But I'll be discussing, and I would like it to be more interactive within this few 30 minutes that I have. Ash, I wanted to know if it's possible for me to share my screen. Share button is safe. Okay, while he tries to sort that out, I was given a checklist earlier. This guide my name is Dr. Azubuike Amadi. Yeah, a PTDF scholar. Actually, I finished January this year. Malaysia, I went to UC, and also I started my award uh, January 2022. It's a 3 year program for those that finished with that period. Okay, so going straight to this, I know most of the persons that are here are prospective
You can
scholars.
share now. It's active, sir.
I didn't prepare a special slide for this event, or I think there are slides I've already prepared earlier for MSc and PhD. So I just I'll just skim through the points we have presently. You see my screen?
Yes, yes, we can. I can.
Okay. Why skimming through going through the text? Uh, so, let's go on. Basically, like every one of us, Nigerian of university, this same PTDF scholarship you're trying to apply for, applied for it like 4 times. 4 times. Before I got my scholarship, I applied for MSc 3 times, the international 3 times, then the local once. For the first time I applied for the PhD, I got a PhD. So what I'm trying to say is, if you have been applying, maybe this is your second time, it's your first time, it's your third time, every time you apply is very important, because the setbacks or the feedbacks from my previous application, my interviews, helps me prepare better for the next one. I don't know if you've skimmed through different scholarship schemes within Nigeria. PTDF actually stands out based on what they offer to you, and it's fully funded. That's what I keep telling my scholars. Then, so basically, my drive was doing something amazing within the oil and gas sector, and I had a background in materials and metallurgical engineering for my BSc. My PhD, my MSc was in petroleum engineering at the Institute of Petroleum Studies. So with that, while preparing for my PhD, I blended uh, I blended my story from BSc MSc. So it will give me a good uh, it will give me a good background for whoever will be assessing me. That yes, you have this, so you are fit to do. So I was working on I've always wanted to apply materials in the oil and gas sector. So if I'm going with the mind with the background of you have a knowledge of materials and you now understand the oil and gas industry from your MSc, then whatever proposal you're proposing in applying materials to the oil and gas sector, you gain more ground and you have more things to justify that. So basically that was how I addressed my proposal. But for those preparing for MSc, uh, your SOP is the most important thing. You don't write SOP. That you came to this point, gotten to this point is mostly either system has sorted you out based on what you supplied during the application, but the reviews of your SOPs and some other documents have not been really done intensively. So don't think you are already set. You still have lots of work to do. It's even possible your SOP have not been ready. You have just been securing through. So you have work to do. Because at the interview stage, your presentation carries more mark than every other thing. Every other thing. The document, most of them 1 mark, 2 marks, and all that. But carry because they are assessing you based on who you are, what they can see and spot. So that's why uh, all your arsenals and present it out there. Because if you leave out some particular information, you might not have another opportunity to present those information. So if you have a first class, put it out there. If you have gone for an international program before that was sponsored by a particular team or whatever, put it out there. If you have published papers and you are going for MSc, though your published papers are not actually relevant for those that are going for MSc. But if you have published papers, those things make you stand out. Put it out there. If you have gotten certifications from different organizations, gotten amazing awards, you presented your country, you presented your school, or states, at whatever level, bring it out. Bring it out. But anything you keep after that point, you don't have any other opportunity to present that. And mind you, your time frame for presenting is dependent on the mood of the panel that day. Yeah. So you might be given 10 minutes to present. I mean, the person that coming after you is given just 6 minutes or 7 minutes. or maybe the first person is giving 15 minutes. So it all depends. You can even be so engaging, you get up to 20 minutes or 30 minutes to discuss with one. So there is no, from my experience, from my perspective, there's no specific time frame. So the first 5 minutes, use it to sell yourself as much as possible. Yeah. So the panel, you'll be like, let me say, 4 to 5%. It all depends on the place you went for your interview. Most of our interviews were done in Port Harcourt. So the panel is always within 4 to 5%. It's a mixture of doctors and professors. So, and these are doctors and yeah, in your area of study. So if you're doing computer science, you might see computer research, you see um, doctors and professors that are either computer science, computer engineering, electrical, or maybe you also see a petroleum. I think there's always a petroleum doctor. So it's a blend of lecturers closely related to your area of study. Okay. So while I am stating the fact that they are doctors and professors, because you don't go there acting like you know everything. Okay. Whatever question these people are asking you, or whatever query they are giving you, based on what you told them, they are giving you out of experience that they have gathered over time. So if you are there arguing and arguing, you are limited to what you know as a BSc student or an MSc student. But these people have gotten years of experience. That means you're telling them something about an alloy, and you just know alloys as blending two metals together within your own knowledge. But these people are people that have seen alloys being blended, three metals together, five metals together, and seeing alloys behaving differently. So it's giving you an opinion based on your own limited knowledge of two alloys, two metals being blended together. You just have to listen and say things like, okay, noted, you're going to look into it, because they don't expect your proposal to be perfect. They don't expect your SOPs to be perfect, because like the name goes for PhD, the proposal is not the main work. It's the main work that will be perfect. And the main work will go through rigorous reviews and all that. So they don't expect your proposal to be perfect, but your proposal should be pointing towards uh, it should be pointing towards a particular novelty that you are able to justify. So going through this slide, I think we have already passed the point of selecting a university before your application. This is actually very important. Let's say even when you get the scholarship at the end of the day, you need to choose, because if it's fully funded, you need to choose schools that best protect your interest or your career as a student. Sometimes don't jump with the crowd to a particular school or to a particular course. There are some schools that you see, you love the school, but they are not doing the course you want. So even while structuring your SOPs, make sure you have all this. So when you're telling someone, for instance, let me say I'm in your panel, and you are telling me that you want to go to Petronas University in Malaysia, and the reason why you are going there, the reason why you are going there is to study agricultural engineering. I'll be like, what is this person saying? Because there is no agricultural engineering there. You get, so that you saw a school online doesn't mean that that school has the course that you are presenting in your SOP, or the technical expertise to defend your proposal. Okay, so you need to know specifically the three schools you want to go to and the courses you want to do in those schools. So when you're talking about your statement of purpose, defending your goals are aligning particular reality. Yeah. To give you a tip on how to engage, give you a tip on how to engage this person. Let me say, for instance, I think there's a scholar that he wanted to come to Malaysia and he wanted to come to Petronas. So the only tip I give uh, in the next 4 years, Petronas aim towards uh, applying or they are looking towards researches that are related to shape memory alloy. So when you're structuring your proposal, structure it in a way that either you're using a shape memory alloy for a particular oil and gas application, you're using it to make a valve, to make a screen, you're using it to make a production pipe or something that is sensitive that that shape memory will you tend to provide solutions. So go there while you're discussing with them, tell them that this is the plan for Petronas for the next 5, 4, 5, 6 years. So you are choosing to do this project first because you have an interest in it and you have an expert in it. And you are choosing to go to this school because this school is sponsored by Petronas and Petronas has a goal for the next 5 to 6 years to fund researches in this area. So the materials, the expertise you need in this area are already available. The only thing that is holding you now is scholarship. Okay. So that should be what you're always selling to your panels. That you are ready. You are academically fit for that program. You are the school you are going to. You have researched about it. It meets the purpose why you are applying there. So the only thing that is PTDF, just fund, go to that. If you're able to make a good argument like this, you find out that it's easier to convince them that you are the right person. And don't forget, you are competing with those in your state, not the whole Nigeria. So you don't need to be very scared about anything. Yeah, and you have time within now. This is how to structure your statement of purpose. It should have an introduction. It should highlight your education and experience, then your motivation and future goals, then why the scholarship. Why the scholarship? And this is why the scholarship. It might be, let's say, might be 3 lines, 4 lines, but it should hit on everything you have talked about previously. Then at this point now, at this final point, this is why you need the scholarship. Carry out this. So this is why you need this scholarship to be able to achieve this your dreams. Okay. Then your experience and motivation is also very critical. So this will take like half of the page of your SOP. Your
Engineer,
experience.
engineer,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, please
Okay,
let me know when my time is up.
yeah, your time just elapsed. Sorry, I took part of it, but it just elapsed, so you could just summarize. Thank you, sir.
Okay. SOP, your education and experience. Your education experience and motivation equal. So to highlight those that present is about how to present the effect would be to show knowledge, to show good knowledge of practice, just to show good knowledge of the student there. Because some interviewers might see what you are talking about. And because they hear that you are computers, they hear management, that's all is related to far to what you just want to use to basic knowledge of yeah, level attempts for and pitch your special yes. Then just focus exposure that you are exposed that they are talk about it. There are things that we talk about it just related to what you are doing. I give a see there's something I did during my time. I published a paper on I published a paper earlier that year. Then around the independence period, and Buhari talked about and the next day it got over 1,000 downloads. As irrelevant as this might have looked, about the question, and my paper was like around that stuff. And then there is this point. I understand the country, I understand film industry, I understand the influential, and I still understand my okay. So I like this I think I'm already up. I wanted to the proposal part for the PhD student. But the thing I would highlight for the proposal before I go is that uh, first understand that you're going from PhD, not MS. The way they would choose an MS student, the way they would choose, they'll spend longer time with you. Uh, PhD is fundamental research, not uh, not an applied research like us. So you need to know the foundation of what you are talking about and to validate what you're trying to do. Don't so literature has so much different ways. Your literature can be in a tabular form. Maybe you highlight four literatures, their strengths, their weaknesses, to your methodology. So your methodology part in your proposal, into your methodology. For me, then my methodology was just a flowchart. Flowchart. If I do next time I go, if I go to this card problem, I go back. If I get that right, I come. So just one page of my proposal. And after you present your findings, there's also something nice about the how to related to that area that you want to do your PhD. And also out the pick out some of the things that you got from that project and put it in the PhD proposal. Yes, I think I already pursued my so,
Okay, Engineer Azubuike, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your wonderful presentation.